cooldown, I guess.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Oh, and I just started recording, so that'll be good. Because yeah, I'm starting to put these up online. You might have seen that. Might not have.
Yes. I need to watch a few. I actually saw a few were uploaded.
Oh, what'd you think?
I watched part of one where you're giving. I think it was one of the first ones you put up with like Marth. Maybe a bit more specific, but I found it helpful in terms of like thinking about positioning. So that's actually kind of why I was thinking about it myself.
Ah, okay. Yeah, no, like the one jump. It would probably cheese string. Sorry, what's your code again? Is it har742?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. And I'm LUIG227. I'll put that in the chat and pin it so we don't lose it. Yeah. Let me just quickly pin that. So let me see your form.
Okay. Well.
So, go forward, then down, Slow down your motion a bit. You tend to go too fast when you are having problems. You're tending to go too fast. We've identified this. So let's go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So like,
yeah.
So dash, shield. There, that one was perfect. Yeah. Okay. So you want to do the buffered ones then too, right?
What's the difference there?
So so you have two. So you have this one, which is like when you time it, and then you have these ones, if I can do them, which are automatic.
Oh yeah, okay.
So to do the ones that are faster, like these ones, it's really easy, but you have to get the angle right. What you are doing is you are dashing forward and sliding this, and during the initial dash frames, you're sliding the stick into the shield drop location. Then you are tapping R. So it's the stick motions happen first, then R.
Oh, I think I've been doing both and not. I must have been doing both subconsciously and not realize that I was.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see
that
like,
it was two different.
Yeah, you can see there's a difference though.
Yeah.
One of them, this one is more for movement. This one is more for defense.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah, remember stick motion, and you have to like hold, and you have to like put the L or R input in when the while your stick is in the shield drop position. So you have to kind of like hold it, kind of, if that makes sense, but in the shield drop location.
Okay, I just started getting stuck.
Yeah, so if you're getting stuck, it's probably because your angle's too low. Are you going into the notch, or like into the notch on the gate, or like where are you going?
I'm trying to go into the notch in the gate. I think I must be going too low though.
Yeah, let's try let's watch your hand while you do it. I think let's break down the input and I'll tell you what's happening. So that one was a roll. That was a roll too. So we've gone two sideways. That one was down. There, perfect. That was a down shield, down.
Yeah,
shield.
I think I'm going too low.
Okay. So yeah, that one was perfect. So that one is just like, that's just a thing that has to like be practiced, I think.
Yeah.
Have I shown you the tech skill form? I think I have, right? The number of successful repetitions, or no?
Oh, I actually haven't seen that.
Okay, let me grab that for you. Where did I put that? I actually don't know, but I gave it to someone. Who did I give it to? Here we go. Copy, message, copy image, and it should be coming through for you. And tell me, take a look at it.
Okay, so this is something to basically practice and then kind of just see where I'm getting at and like track progression, basically.
Yeah, it's something that another learner made. They're going from Guess Falcon to Falco at kind of like a low intermediate level. So this is naturally like a massive transition, like because they want to play a very systematic Falco, like kind of PPMD-esque. So it's like you go from like Guess Falcon, who's just basically like a hulking like slot machine, to like the most precise top tier style you possibly can do. And it's like, so naturally there's like an execution barrier, but yeah, he made, when we were working together, he came up with this after we went over ways of like staying motivated, as a way for him to stay motivated. So I think this kind of structure might work well for you with problem techniques like this. Because it also kind of like forces you to like troubleshoot them, like, because you can't get like 5 in a row without like knowing what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
It just doesn't really happen. So it kind of like forces you to like break down the technique and think about it in more like concrete terms. I think that the other thing that might be happening is your forward input might be slanted down. You might not be going full forward. Yeah, those were perfect. These are great.
Okay, well, I was just trying not to think about it, and then I hit 4 in a row, so...
Absolutely godlike. Yo, Harsha the natural. No, but for real, that's awesome. That makes me so happy. So, how do you want to... So, I think that should be an area of focus today, I think, shield dropping. Because I think that one of your strengths right now, from looking at your notes, is your shield game. And I think that, like, at least in terms of your ability to act out of it, I think that it makes a lot of sense for us to develop that skill further by giving you more options and giving you more transitions out of it, because this will also augment your platform game.
Yeah.
So it all kind of works together. Claw bears off ledge for spacies, so you can cover players who can ledge dash. What does that mean?
So I've realized that, like, I've gotten into the habit of basically only trying to cover recoveries here or recoveries here, and not actually trying to go for people that'll go to ledge, just because a lot of the people I play don't ledge dash or can ledge dash and just choose not to, and I feel like I don't respect it enough, probably. So I feel like I really should actually start getting in the habit of trying to cover angles. Yeah, exactly.
All right, try it.
Oh, whoops.
I mean, like, I'm a fox. Yeah.
So I kind of just don't do it, and I think it's probably just like I don't think about it, or I think a lot of the things I want to do but don't do, I'm just not thinking about in game, and then after I'm like, okay, I kind of probably should have worked this in. So yeah, it's just something I wanted to take a note of to make sure I actually start implementing it.
Gotcha. So I mean, like, if you can do all it, like, if you can do all of these things, I think that so what are the things you can't do? Like, shield dropping to me was like something that was like actually had an execution barrier, but we're finding that, like, just focusing on the input and then clearing, like, visualizing how we do it and then just doing it, like clearing the head, just going autopilot. That seems to work, but what things what things are still giving you trouble? Like, what about this drills? Like, drills
so
shield.
Everything is stuff that I think everything here is stuff that I can do when I'm like playing okay. And it's like not stuff that I have issues with. I think the drills on shield is mostly just like yeah, so I missed one there.
You missed the fast
I actually
fall.
missed 2.
Yeah, you're just missing the fast fall. Here,
yeah,
like,
that must be it. Oh.
Yeah, those are perfect. it's just the fast fall. So something about drill that's like makes it hard to like do, that makes it kind of difficult, is that you can't fast fall during hit lag.
Oh, so once you start the hit lag, you're stuck in whatever.
Right, because
I guess fall.
Right, because both players, that's where they would like smash DI. If you were in a game state that would allow you to. So what we want to do is, when we're at the peak of our jump, we input the fast fall, like hold it, and then just keep it held until the fast fall starts. Here, watch, and here, try it.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, these are perfect.
Okay, I didn't miss. Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah, that's just a mechanics thing. Like, that's a quick fix. Like, here, like, the other thing you can do to make life easy is just do everything during hit lag. So, like, shield. So all of that was done except for the nair during hit lag. Like, I input and held the fast fall at the peak of my jump. I did the L cancel during the descending node when I was hitting you during hit lag while coming down, so I knew that I was going to get the L cancel. Yeah, like, because it also expands the window if you're going to land within if you're going to land within the L cancel window during hit lag. Like, when the hit occurs, would occur within a time frame where you'd fall within 6 frames to the ground if the opponent wasn't there. Yeah, it extends the L cancel window, because it's like a block of time that's frozen there for us to work with for L cancel. So lots of things you can do with it. So give it a whirl. Try like doing your nairs and stuff with it.
Oh, sorry. I let your shield get too low.
It's okay. I'm a fast faller. We can get this back. But yeah, give it a whirl. Here.
Oh. Sorry.
Okay. I know you're nervous. Isn't that easy though?
It is. I guess I didn't think about.
You didn't think about. You didn't think about like a very specific mechanic that like nobody has ever told you about.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think that so areas of focus. Why don't we pick some things to work on today that'll be broadly applicable? I think that like drills or just L cancels in generals and hitting our fast falls at the peak of our jump, holding when necessary, as well as using shield drops more effectively on the platforms. And I don't know, you pick something. Pick something you like.
I feel like those are definitely the biggest ones that I wanted to get, and then maybe I should try and work in ledge dashes more. I'm not sure. I don't know why it's not an option in my head. I just like get on the ledge and then don't do it, or like I'll repeatedly tournament winner for whatever reason, even though like I can hit it pretty. I feel like I can hit it pretty consistently.
Okay, so the thing about when you're tournament winnering, where is your stick?
I think what happens is I press down, but I must press down and press jump at the same time. I think that's probably what's happening.
If you have down pressed while you are inputting jump, and you haven't released the edge, it'll tournament winner.
And you have okay, yes. So I think I'm probably like jumping a frame too early or something like that.
I think that what's happening is we're not respecting the cliff weight period. Because we need everything if anything is held on the stick during going into cliff weight, we have to release it, and then we have to release it back to neutral before we can do anything.
Oh, I actually didn't know that either.
Like here, try it. Try grabbing the edge and holding holding say down when you're grabbing. Oh, sorry, not down. Hold a random direction.
Oh, whoops. Okay. Hold a random direction while I'm grabbing it.
Yeah, like hold away or something, and then and then try to go down.
Oh, yeah.
Now
I never noticed that.
Now press jump.
Oh, whoops. Okay, let me grab it with it.
Yeah, that's what we wanted to see. See? Because you can't release the edge. You have to go back to neutral first.
Okay, I think I must have been holding down a lot of the time, and then trying to go for the ledge dash while holding down too. Okay, I never realized that there's like you have to reset to neutral. Okay.
Yep. A lot of people get hung up on that one. I wonder if I can ledge dash with Fox. Probably not. But yeah, a lot of people get hung up on that one. The other thing is that are you pressing down and forward when you're letting go of the edge?
Yeah, I'm trying to go slightly down and forward.
Cool. Yeah, that's then you're doing good form. And then sharp angle is the sharp angle when you do the wave land is for the tight ones, like the ones that have tons of galint. And then if you think that you're slightly off because you just got that vibe, then you go more forward because that helps rescue bad ones.
I see.
Like that one. Like mine aren't good, so I do kind of more forward because I don't play this character. Yeah, I think that these are good areas of focus. What do you think are reasonable? What do you think? Is there any conceptual things you want us to talk about, or do you want to just play it by ear?
One thing. So, I think one thing I want to play with in mind is maybe
threat zones, right?
I think threat zones. I think I want to see if I'm understanding them correctly.
Sure. So let's use we'll use the evil one as our reference point here. So, if you had to structure your threat zones against her, what would you do? How do you approach it?
So, this is one where I don't think I fully understand it.
Sure.
what I kind of think about is like dash dancing at a range where she's not a threat, and then trying to mix up. Okay, that was actually further than I realized.
Yeah, she's got long. She's very capable of hitting you.
Yeah. How far was that? Was that like? That's really far.
So maybe here's a question: is it practical to play around all of her threat zones?
No, probably not.
Oh, we're learning. But let's break it down though. So we know that this is like this is something she can do. As is this. As is this.
Yeah.
So if we know that she can go here, what's a more like? But all those options have some amount of startup time because she has to lunge, right? So there's a space kind of around here where she's not really hitting you. See what I mean?
Yeah.
So my question is, knowing that space is there any way we can use that space in relation to her other moves that is useful? Like, go to that spot. Go to the spot where her lunge doesn't hit you. Closer.
Oh, it doesn't hit me?
Yeah, closer, closer, closer. Yeah, because remember, I'm lunging forward, so like we're looking for the spot where where after I start the boost grab, I don't hit you because my grab's only active for like 2 frames. So come closer. Come about to the edge of closer. Yeah, there you go. See what I mean? This is.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, I didn't understand that. That makes sense.
That's okay. Back up like maybe to the middle of battlefield. Perfect. So you're in range of forward tilt here. Yes.
Yeah.
So we don't like that. But what happens if we back out just outside forward tilt range? What do I have to hit you here? Because remember, you're mobile. You can be like dash dancing slightly forward, slightly away. So it's not exactly trivial for me to go for this, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So would you say that's a good spot?
Yeah, I think that makes sense. And I can just dash dance backwards and...
Uh-huh. Because you have the option to beat it going forward or away.
Yeah.
Oh, that seems pretty good.
Okay. I think that actually is already big because I feel like what I've done with Sheik is I've tried to play like far and then I feel like I just do like really maybe straightforward options where like
you get pushed
probably
around by her.
Yeah.
Because she's like walking forward like this and being like, I'm Sheik, I've got moves, and you're like, run!
Walking forward menacingly.
You're like, run away. Yeah, no, like
okay,
that's like a
so
very
like
common thing.
Like out of F tilt range, and but then like able to also dash back or dash forward and threaten.
Mm-hmm. What's another important position? What's another important way to attack her, you think? This is important. Don't think on the ground.
Oh, like I guess from above?
Yeah, because like, what do I have to guard above me, right? Like if I don't.
I feel like it's just up tilt.
It's
really
or
yeah, I guess walling bear.
Yeah, walling bear. But like, if I'm committed to this forward-facing jump, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not hard to like beat this thing. Like, give it a whirl. Try to like full hop back here this thing. No.
Oh, whoops. No drift.
You can turn around.
Oh. Okay, I see.
Now you have to like. There's some timing required. Just aim for my head. There you go. So like the thing is, you always want to kind of like you kind of want to build threat zones around what is awkward for the opponent to hit. It's more about it's not if they can hit it, it's that is it really difficult for them to? Because a lot of characters can hit spots, it's just not really efficient for them to try. Like if I want to hit that spot there, I can hit with this frame of my forward tilt, but that's 1 frame out of like the 5 active frames, and it's the last one. So yeah. Like, I have a 1 frame window to hit that. And you have fast fall mix-ups, so this is not a terribly fun proposition for me. Similarly, for this, it's better because I'm higher up and it's more suited for it, but like my fair only covers the top of me for 2 frames. It covers 1 when it comes out on 5, and then 6, and then 7 it's below me. No, 7 and 8, yes, it's 5 to 8. Yes, 5 to 8. So on those frames, it's below me. So it doesn't even like protect me very well. So
yeah.
And this thing does not beat anything. Try it. No, seriously. Like that one, you got that one. Mine came out the same time, but like if you just put yours out sooner, no, be above it.
Yeah.
Like, look at that.
Yeah, I guess it is really hard for her.
Yeah, not if she's got her back to you, but
yeah,
you can use the power of observation to know that she does not have her back to you. So we know that this zone relative to her is quite good. This is a good first step. In addition to being here, we also know that full hop is a decent way in. What's another way that you can get her to that you can deal with her? Like, how can you dash dance? If you are dash dancing, what are you looking for? Remember, be closer, closer, closer. It's just outside my forward tilt. That's like the magic zone.
I guess like I could. Can I punish this with a whip, like with a grab or something? I'm not.
Don't try. It's definitely like it's doable. You just have to predict. It's a prediction confirmation. You are confirming that she's doing it, but you have to go in with confidence.
Yeah.
There's a reason why there's a reason why she's like a tough matchup early on. So you have to go.
I'm running it directly at the same time.
So think of it this way. Listen to listen to the beat of the forward tilt, like when she's doing it. Think about like how much time it takes. Like watch the motion, visualize what it'll look like when you go in, and then do it. Here you go.
Okay.
Now do it again. Oh wait, I walked. I was cheating. Alright. Close. Remember, confidence. Beautiful. Not so scary, huh?
Yeah. I think I just needed to get a few reps in. I feel like.
Yeah, a lot of moves are like that. Like, so the thing about footsie moves, like grounded footsie moves, like Sheik's forward tilt, Marth's down tilt, a lot of them are not going to be punished on the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they do require little callouts, like you jump a little bit ahead of time for this one. Like you jump above her with drill a little bit ahead of time to like come in on top. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
But you also do that knowing that she has a weak spot like above and in front of her. So with that in mind, what I am curious about is how do you think this changes with Captain Falcon? Because he's a different example. Like he's a different beast.
Yeah, I guess what I've heard, and like this is just picked up from like watching content and stuff like that, is that he has like, I guess, two threat ranges where it's like one which is directly like right in front of him, and then one which is like pretty far away with his like overshoots.
Yeah.
And so I guess I guess ideally you want to keep like a tether around this range, and then I guess
how far back do you think the tether is?
I don't know if I know that myself. I feel like
no, but by feel, just go with trust your gut. Worst thing we can be is wrong.
Yeah, I guess by feel, like I would think like around here, because I guess you could like slightly drift in with like an undershoot nair or something. Yeah.
But that's easy to.
Although, yeah, and I also know there's like you can crouch cancel it and stuff like that.
Yeah, this makes sense. Yeah, no, all of that makes perfect sense. So you're thinking like that zone.
Yeah. I guess one thing I've noticed about myself is that, especially in like really fast matchups, which, you know, I guess Falcon would be one of them, is that I feel like the positioning is straightforward, but then I myself try to move like faster in those matchups too, and I end up like flubbing a lot more too. So like I feel like I'll maintain a good position and then, you know, I'll miss a dash back or something and just get hit out of it. So I think that's something I just have to practice out.
You might also try slowing the pace of the match down. So what do you like? Because it's not just we have to speed up; we also have to have a way to slow him down. So what's a way that we can do that? Do you think? Like, what is slow gameplay in this game?
I guess like you could wall.
Yeah. What are your walling moves?
Bear. I don't know if is Nair, I guess he's kind of like that too.
It can be. It's all right. But we're missing like the best up. There we go. Finally. I was wondering when we'd get there.
I feel like I really should be able to get it out more. I always use it more for like combos, and I don't get it out enough for walling, to be honest.
It's hard. It's unironically hard. So what I would say about up tilt is that you have to like kind of set it up with something, which is kind of weird. But I'd say that like there's a reason it usually comes after wave dash and back air, or air, like aerials and back air basically. Because to actually like walk around with the up tilt is really, really awkward. And to like dash into pivot up tilts like don't learn that, no.
Impossible, yeah.
Yeah. So like it does require setup, but again, what helps here is knowing that Falcon, Falcon, it's often safer to move towards him than it is away from him, exactly for the reason you're describing. Because think of it this way: if I'm here, and I think that you're gonna retreat, right?
Yeah.
But if you move forward.
You could like run under them and stuff like that.
Yeah. But if you run away from him, then he hits you. See what I mean? Like I don't play him, so I messed that up. But like, you can see the idea, like you can see how easily that happens, and I know that's happened to you at least once or twice.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. So I'd say like right outside his legs, absolutely. And one of the reasons we wall here is because what's his ground game option if he tries to... Like, what does he do if he can't hit you with aerials? He does this.
Grab, yeah.
So what does walling do?
Oh, whoops. Yeah, it stops him from...
Yeah, exactly. We all just want to be chic against him. Like, unironically. So, I think that these are... It's clear you understand the threat zones, because you kind of figured this one out yourself. I think that the issue is that you didn't know what to do in it.
I think that's exactly it. Oh, I don't think I understood the Sheik threat zone, but I do think the Falcon one, at least, I did.
Sheik is complicated. That's why she's
good.
I think that with what I've seen here, though, I think that these are all very... I think that... I want you to think about what the difference between how we engage Sheik and what the difference is between engaging Falcon. But I think more than anything, why don't we watch you play some games, and we can kind of we can play it by ear as we're going through the matches, because I think that this is a lot of big concepts, so it'll be hard to like do this in the lab anyway. So yeah, we'll take it from a game.
Let me go ahead and start the broadcast.
Perfect.
These games might be rough because apparently my ISP, the new service that Slippy is on, thinks that I'm based out of the East Coast.
Oh.
Supposedly that's getting fixed today, but we will see.
Cool. And you have my code, right?
Yes.
Perfect.
I think you pinned it. Oh, maybe not.
I can just give it to you.
Okay, perfect.
I'll give it to you and pin this one.
Start broadcast, your spectator ID, confirm. All right, just started.
Perfect.
Girl boss.
Ooh. Fox. You're green, or which one are you?
I am default.
Oh, default, right.
Oops.
Okay. So overshooting is like actually how to use overshooting is actually basically just an understanding of threat zones, believe it or not. Because you know how we like saw that there was territory behind their space where they can move to? So avoid our threat zones. That's or at the end of their threat zone or area of influence. That's basically where you're putting your overshoots.
That makes sense.
You know, and a lot of people just happen to like structure them near the edge, especially when they're on defense, because they have the option to like gimp.
Yes. Yeah, I'm like, I feel like you can walk people back into the corner or get like more confirmed ones, I guess.
Yeah.
This connection is somewhat rough.
Play someone else. It's all good.
Okay. Yeah, unlucky.
I mean, if the ISP is like really that bad, I don't think our connection was nearly that bad, so I'm down to play. Worst case scenario, we can play.
Yeah, I'm assuming that was a Wi-Fi player.
Oh, this looks better.
Yeah, this is much better.
Wi-Fi players on unranked. I'm just like, why?
Oh, what? Okay, this might be messed up too.
Okay, no worries. I mean, if you have games, we can take a look at them and do the diagrams and stuff instead, if that's more if you think that'll be better. Because yeah, if it's a connection thing, then there's nothing we can do about that. But you know, there's other ways we can use the time.
Actually, yeah, would that be a good thing to do? Maybe after this one.
Yeah.
This is like, there's like one stutter and then now it's feeling okay.
Okay. See, like, that would be attacking into his zone. Like, what you did there was you reached because you're attacking into him, but you're not able to move into his zone, right?
Yeah.
That's really what reaching is in this game. It's when you're like don't have any movement resources or the sufficient ones anyway to like properly engage your opponent's territory, but you do it anyway.
That's like a lot of my I guess struggles. Like I think that explains a lot of my like really bad full hop nairs potentially.
Yeah. Because are you doing them with dash momentum or a lot of them out of shield? Like that one was really good because you see how he's pinned, right? So like that one worked really well. He doesn't have the resources to like avoid you basically because he's in shield. He has to like wave dash, roll, whatever. So you've got things. That one was another good one because he committed to an attack. But when you're doing them out of shield, or that like ledge hop drill, instead of just going to the edge or something more safely, like that's where a lot of problems happen.
Yeah.
Is that starting to make more sense?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, Falco. If I could, I would give every character Falco Shiny.
That sounds evil.
What? That sounds fun.
There's a mod with where they gave Fox Falco Shine.
That sounds really broken. But
I think it is. Yeah, basically you just get one more launcher.
It said like all the bad shines that we get on like Marth and Sheik when they like buffer jump out between the pressure though, like between block strings, all of those would now become launchers.
Yes.
Like that's so broken.
Oh, actually that's a good point, yeah.
Like you'd never have a bad ball ever again.
I think I could probably do a few more with this guy.
Do you want to?
Yeah, maybe a couple more.
Yeah, play. If you want to play, play. We can do it this way. Again, I think that like the live environment is generally better anyway.
Oh, I don't respect Falco's crouch cancel enough too, I think.
Okay, so if you see him crouching, that's another. We'll make a note. Let's make sure to drill if we see him crouching.
Yeah.
Oh, I would have just up tilted again.
Yeah, I think I missed my input to be honest.
Okay. Have confidence in your up tilts. Just go for it. Do not like to do something is better than to do nothing usually. Like if it's a play where you have to get something done, yeah, just do something.
Makes sense.
Doing nothing's so much worse. Yeah, because Melee, as we say many times, is a game where how you did something usually matters more than what you did. Hey, you did it!
Yeah. I feel like I do recognize it, but then I'll still get caught by it like a few times or maybe like once a game or something like that.
Oh. Okay, so you're not perfect. Noted. I would have up-aired for the vertical kill.
Oh yeah, I think so.
It's okay.
Yeah, I think I need to. That's one other thing I've realized about my play is that I'll go for like I'll knock them off stage when there's definitely no I'm gonna kill, or I'll sometimes go for a launcher when I should be putting them off stage. I think it just ends a lot of my strings.
So how do you? So I think the vertical kill one is a lot more straightforward. It's like if it kills them, do it. Like obviously.
Yeah.
But when do we knock them off stage? Like what's the distinction?
when I guess when I can gimp them probably, or not gimp them, but like, I feel like if I can set up an edge guard scenario, it's probably better to go off stage.
I'd agree with that. Don't be afraid to use like other like moves like dash attack as well, because like a lot of times like I notice that you're looking for grabs and stuff, but like he's at 127.
Yeah, I can just dash attack up smash or something.
Yeah, like you've gone through the effort of unlocking all your moves. Like, you know, it's okay if you use them. Shielding after landing.
Yes. I think I just did breathe. Yeah, good point.
Mm-hmm. This is our. We are calm. We are focused. We are in our lane. We are still shielding after landing. Relax.
Yeah. Oh, that was nice.
He's just a bird. Are you focusing like on a specific thing that you have to do?
I feel like I usually try and go for drills early, and then I guess like in terms of game plan.
Yeah. Like, are you thinking a lot while you're playing these?
I think. Let me see if I can like isolate a thought process. I do feel like I've played kind of linear against Falco maybe, where like I kind of just go for a lot of drills like to open, and then when like percents are higher, I try and go for other moves. I don't know if that's like.
That makes sense. I would say that like just let's ease up that process, because let's ease up that process and say we usually do those things, and then just play however you want, because Fox doesn't really follow as many rules as we like to say he does. That's just the reality. He's like the best character in the game and stuff. So yeah, we don't have to obey so many strict rules. Like, yes, it is good to drill and shine and stuff at low percent. Don't like, you know, nair into people when they're holding down at 0. But like other than things like that, like let's use our full move set, because we have Sakurai angles, we have like all sorts of things to play with.
I actually might need an explainer on Sakurai angles.
Sure. After we're done with this silly goose.
Okay, so that, I guess that would be a scenario that where I'd want to try and do the shield drops.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, all of that situation too. Yeah, like it's good. I can see you're going for it. That's really
yeah.
good.
I tried it.
Remember, don't think about it.
That's true.
Like, visualize the input if you need to, but then like that's all the thinking that you should do. Like, then it's just give it back to, you know, the unconscious self. I mean, worst case scenario, you can just cheat like the rest of us and get notches.
I don't have those, yeah.
Best $5 you'll ever spend.
I actually have considered learning to do it myself, but I don't know.
That's a lot.
It does look like a too much time investment.
The other thing is, it's really punishing if you get it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like this guy. I think he's a good opponent for us. I wish that we had like a Falcon or something.
He actually literally just switched to Falcon.
Nice. Okay, so this is a good chance for like our thing about like walling him out. Now the one thing we haven't gone over is when Falcon full hops. We didn't go over that because it sucks, and you can beat it with anything. So he can it's still a viable option. Like, he is still a good air fighter at the end of the day. But like, yeah, like your moves if he's jumping above you like that are easy to beat. And there we go. Like, that's another one of his many overshoots.
Yeah, I just forgot that he had that option, to be honest.
Yeah, but like that could have been an E.
Yes. I guess I was just outside of the range. I should have been then.
Yeah, exactly. That's the takeaway. We either move outside of, like, we need to move, like, through pretty significant territory when you're retreating. Now, that's not to say you can't play distance versus Falcon. Like, Moki played distance in some spots really well against Salt. But you have to, it's a pretty extreme, like, position. You have to be, like, very far away from him, basically. Either very far or very close. That's the rule of thumb. Because of, like, what we've identified as threat zones to be.
Ooh. Wow.
His speed's really overwhelming you, isn't it?
I feel like, yeah, but to be honest, I feel like it's not really that fast compared to all the Falcons I've played. So I don't know.
I think what it is you're being too passive. You need to like be willing to like take the fight to him a bit. When you do
I think that is what it is, yeah.
Yeah, when you do your nairs, I'm noticing that they're very stuttered. Are you holding forward when you're going up in your jump?
Like they're too.
Yeah, you should be holding forward while like during the jump squat frames. Like that was good.
Okay, yeah, I think I wasn't.
Yeah, because you're not going far enough with your aerials, and I wondered if that was intentional or not. So that's like a big catch, I think. Because that's like been crippling your offense like a lot.
Yes.
I think that would be like a very important, like, I think that one supersedes basically almost all the tech skill stuff that we found, except for the shield drop one. The shield drop one's also really important. Because one of them like deals with like safety and offense, and the other, like safety and offense, and the other one is like core offense.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, you're totally right. I didn't even realize that like all of my nairs were just in place basically.
Yeah, that's okay. You're learning. Again, this like Fox, like for all the smack we talk about him, Fox is not an easy character to learn.
I feel like once he probably is easy once you're at like the top level, but getting there is the hard part maybe.
Yeah, I would say that like he's easy. He's really difficult until you get to like basically like the point at which you're now vying for like a real spot, like either in your local PR or you're like or at the national regional level. Like he's difficult and then he becomes easy.
I think that makes sense, yeah.
Because you just reach the requisite amount of character control to like make him work, to make him like whatever your style work is, and then yeah, like he's just very like he offers a lot of freebies and that other characters don't have. So like this looks much better. See how you stuttered there, because like yeah, you let go of the stick. So I think that like stick precision is definitely like a big thing that we're gonna need to.
Yeah, I think it's also part of why I think my the thing I mentioned about like how I miss my running shines a lot and stuff like that. I think that's my stick.
Okay. So is it the physical stick you think that's the problem, or do you think it's just like your control of it?
I think it's my control of it.
Okay. Trying to think of what we can do here.
Ooh.
Is this guy like good? I don't understand. Like he's hitting our mana shines. Like.
I'm not sure to be honest.
I guess
his Falco did.
Yeah, his Falco was not super. Like his Falco was like fine, but you know what? That's the thing about unranked. You never know who you're getting.
Ooh.
Okay, never mind. I take it all back.
Oh, dang.
This guy's just running into your zone with shines.
Yeah,
Up tilt, back air, do moves, protect.
Oh, good play, yeah.
Because remember, he's just overshooting, so what do? We undershoot. It's okay to just full hop back air him out of his like.
Yeah.
I know that these haven't been successful, but you are fighting better. That he's also doing attacks very early. You noticed that, right? So what does that mean about us?
I definitely have, yeah. What was that?
What does that mean about how we have to do our attacks?
Oh, I guess yeah. We can put them out earlier.
Or further away, one of the two.
Yeah.
Nice, got right in his grill. So yeah, Dittos are weird because the threat zones are all like flipped. Like, they're the same for both players. So, with it being symmetrical, the big thing to remember is, like, the threat zones are... How you play the threat zones is about, like, getting the upper hand based on what the opponent is doing. So, like, if they full hop, they're committing themselves to a trajectory. So, like, dash dancing around it if you can. That's, like, a big deal. Yeah. But if they play in the corner, you know, they're exposing themselves to, like, a lot of risk for overshoots and stuff, too. So that's a way that you can use full hop to kind of, like, steer people as well. But it's about the interplay between the different threat zones and how they, like, work together. Like, how they work together and how you can gain little bits of advantage over them, depending on...
So that's one thing... That's one thing I guess maybe, like... Or I might have, like, intuitively thought, but not really, like, put into... words, I guess, where, like, I'll notice foxes have, like, maybe different styles where some of them are just, like, super baity, just sitting in the corner and dash dancing, basically. And so I feel like those are the ones I struggle with in particular, because I don't, I guess maybe it's my confidence in my overshoots or, like, missed inputs or whatever, because I've noticed that, like, those are the ones where I want to like go in really hard and actually catch them out of their movement. The ones that are just, like, super aggro, I feel like I don't have as much trouble with. And perhaps that's, I mean, perhaps I'm just, like, intuitively putting out moves in place or something like that. Or, I don't know, I'll do, like, a lot of drills in place or, like, nairs in place or something like that.
That'll stop him.
Yeah, and so I feel like that might be why I don't feel those are that much of an issue, but I think that's also why I felt like the really dash dance heavy ones have been hard for me.
Well, and this guy, I think, was, like, very heavy on dash dance, but then he liked to overshoot, right?
He did like to overshoot a lot, yeah.
So I think he caught us in the corner. I think what he did well was he basically moved us to the corner first and then, like, went for it. So if you're going for, like, drills in place and stuff, it's, like, kind of easy for him to do them. But when we moved ourselves, like, more center and then started doing, like, up tilts and backers and stuff, things went better.
I feel like this is something I need to start thinking about, because, like, yeah, his, like, running shines were really obvious because I was just in the corner and, like, what else is he gonna do? I guess if he's just running across the stage. Yeah. But yeah, I didn't put out any walling moves there.
Yeah. So, like, where do you think the disconnect is? Because I feel like you're doing you know all this stuff, but there's just something that's going on that's, like, stopping you from, like, putting it all together. What do you think that is?
I think I intuited some of it, but maybe not the whole picture. And so having it explained actually is kind of helpful, because, like, well, I mean, there were just times where I was literally doing nothing, and then he just caught me out with an overshoot. But yeah, I feel like knowing that this is an option, I can at least start looking out to do that more, if that makes sense.
That makes sense. So we understand that, like, we do have different options based on, like, where we are relative to the opponent, and what they're going for. So with him, we have, like, overshooting, undershooting, and whiff punishing kind of exist in a triangle. Like, those are the kind of the three, like, main positional strategies in this game. We've been over this stuff, right?
Yeah. Okay,
cool. So Fox's tools we talk a lot about whiff punishing and overshooting a lot because they're, like, Fox's primary tools, and where a lot of his strengths lie. But undershooting is still an important part of his character, just like it's an important part of basically any character that can do it. And that's, like, I think all of them last I checked. So what do you think Fox's good undershoot tools are? And what do you think the different purposes he has for an undershoot are?
So I feel like nair in place and drill in place, like, or, like, the ones where it's, like, very limited lag. So if they do try and go in, you can, like, dash back and punish or something like that.
Yeah, I'm going to share my screen real quick.
Okay.
So let's pretend that this is FD, because we're going to make it... we should make it purple. But yeah, this is going to be FD once it is purple and glorious.
Okay. Beautiful.
Absolutely. So when we're here as Fox, and look at him ears. Denote that he's a fox. He can, like, he has these approaching nairs. Like, this is kind of his short hop zone, basically, something like this. So we see that these kind of, like, nairs where he puts out his foot here, and then he kind of, like, pulls back. We also have ones where he hits forward like this and does kind of a standard one. What do you think the different purposes of these nairs are?
I feel like the short length nair is kind of like trying to stuff out approaches.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like the longer one, I try and like actually, or I'm trying to like actually punish somebody that's like, or I guess it's more of just like an overshoot basically.
I would not consider this an overshoot. Um,
Yeah.
like let's put another character on here so that we have an example. We'll go with demo Kirby. So we've got Kirby here.
Okay.
So he's here. That's a terrible Kirby. It's fine. So if with here, he's got his back to us, which means that he has access to his powerful back air.
Yeah.
So with access to his powerful back air, what we have to do is yeah, he's happy. With his access to powerful back air, why are we doing these nairs? These nairs, in my opinion, this is definitely not an overshoot since we're nowhere near him. So why would we put out a nair like this? Hypothetically,
I guess if we think he's gonna come in, we can stuff that out then.
yeah. So what would that be? What would you call that?
So that would be an undershoot as well.
Bingo. Right. But what if we decided to full hop that nair? So what if we did what if we ran forward to here, then did a nair like this?
Yeah, then that would definitely be an overshoot.
Right. So why is it an overshoot?
We're like going past the position he's in and like hitting further, I guess.
Yeah, we're tracking him. So this is kind of like that's the word I would really use for like overshoots in general. We are tracking their movement.
Yeah.
So he could be here. Like one of the great things about full hop nair is that he could totally be in this spot and then drift this way, right? But we still get him.
Yeah.
He could come forward but we still get him. So like the whole idea behind some of the full hop nairs and the spatial coverage that your full hops and things represent is that they cover multiple zones.
Yeah, okay.
I think one of the things that trips people up about running shine is they think that running shine only covers this spot, right?
Yeah. That is exactly what I thought.
But here's the thing. So let's say we run to here. Let's say we dash dance to here, and then we decide we enter run here, right?
Yeah.
That means we don't have to running shine here. We can also do it here.
Yeah, there's like a range where that you have basically.
Yeah, exactly. So the running shine itself is only covering one point on this track, but we can do it anywhere on the track, and it's also like cancelable on frame 4. So it's not really the worst thing if we're wrong. That said, you can also then see how things like say running down tilt work, because let's say like anywhere in here we can do the running down tilt, right? Same rules.
Yeah.
It's anything from here, but you can see there's a hitbox out for all of this. Right?
Yeah.
So then if we move this back here, it shifts it here, 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 and then here, here, here. So like it just gives us lots of it actually has a pretty good amount of reach. Same thing with dash attack. Like dash attack is this little nub, but like it hits forward. So like yeah, we have like this. Okay, we can't do it off stage. Like that's a little ridiculous. But you get what I mean.
Yeah.
So I would say that like the best way to think about overshoots is that are we tracking the opponent's movement? Are we tracking them where they're going to go? That's really like the key to them. With undershoots, we're not really too concerned about where they're going to go. We're more we are a little bit, but like it's more about protecting our space. We are creating a fence. It's like this is my territory, and I'm not letting you in. Because I've got up tilts, and I've got back airs, and I've got nairs, and I've got up smashes. Well, we wouldn't undershoot with that typically. Well, we might actually if we can see them coming in, like if it's a reaction punish. I
do that with Falco and Falcon sometimes, to be honest. I feel like
you should do it with everyone.
Those are ones where they'll just come in and I can trade or even hit them outright.
Oh, you can do them with everyone. But but you can see what we got here. So I'm gonna give this to you because you get to keep these always. But I think that, like, so with this in mind, how are you feeling about overshoots? And do you have any questions for me about these and, like, undershoots and just kind of how these all work together? Because the way that, like, it's clear how movement then factors in, because movement is, like, the elusive third option that's just kind of the glue that exists between these options.
Yeah.
Because it's, like, the ability for us to bob and weave between these zones. It's basically our passage through them. And then that's also why this is good against them.
Yeah, I'm thinking like now, maybe what's happening is, and I kind of like mentioned how like I start defaulting to full hops. I'm guessing, or to full hop nairs rather. I'm guessing what's happening is, it's just like a wider range that I cover, and that's why I feel like if I flub a running shine. You're right that it's like a low commitment thing, but then I guess like maybe there's a confidence issue where, or if I flub one, I stop going for it. I'm thinking it's probably like I have the biggest margin for error with the full hop nair. But I need to start thinking about like tracking their movement actually, rather than just kind of being maybe blind about it.
Well, the other thing here is like, 1 second. Okay, so the thing about full hop nair is, think about what it's also a matter of like, what are you giving up by being in the air? You no longer have access to any of your defensive options, right? Like you don't have. Yeah, so it's actually, in my opinion, the high risk option.
Yeah. So it's both the high risk and like the highest range, I guess.
Yeah, like it covers a lot of space. It's really good against people who like to escape to the air. Absolutely. And it does cover people who like to like stand in place. This is actually why it's kind of okay versus Sheik. Because if we put Sheik here, right?
Yeah.
She's going to move back to here, or she's going to defend here. So like if you full hop here, you can use your drift to like kind of control where you go. Like this is why back airing behind her works a lot with Fox. You see how you kind of like go here? Because we can like fall here instead of going all the way.
Yeah.
So then we can back air the back of her head, or little Sheik head. But she's kind of like a special. She's kind of a special case. Not like this will work versus other characters. But the one thing that I would caution you on is what happens if they move forward.
Then I'm cornered, basically.
Yeah, if not punished outright, because you still have to come down.
Yeah.
Running Shine doesn't carry nearly the same risk in that regard, because a lot of times when you advance into their zone, if you've the confirmation happens immediately. The problem with full hop is that like you don't really hit them while you're going up; you're hitting them while coming down, which gives them a place where they can react.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Actually, I guess I never thought about it like this.
Well, I mean, like this is what I'm here for. But yeah, so. I think that, like, understanding that there's a reaction point for the opponent to work with, I think that will give you a lot more to work. You'll understand why this works a lot, especially against trigger-happy players. But against more disciplined defenses, I think you're going to find that full hop rapidly kind of, like, loses value.
Yes.
It's still good. It is still a good play. But it is not... It eventually kind of, like, falls off a bit. And that's where the... But, fortunately, you have, like, these things here to, like, pick up the pieces. So be confident, and if you're finding you're struggling with execution, I would recommend making a form like the one I sent you and then troubleshooting it, because again, doing something 5 times in a row, 10 times in a row, that can't be accident.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I actually think I will do something like that, especially for the ones I'm struggling with, because I feel like, yeah, I don't know, I need to track improvement in that aspect at least.
It's very motivating. I strongly recommend it. So I do have somebody at 4, so I do have to let you go. But, yeah, if you have any feedback for me, please send it my way. And, yeah, but overall, how did you feel this one went?
Oh, really good. I feel like there are even, like, little things that I do that I didn't even, like, notice that you picked up on. So I feel like there's a lot to work with here.
Amazing. This one will be uploaded to YouTube probably, like, later in the week. So you'll be able to see it. And, yeah, in the meantime, take care, Harsha. I hope you have a great day, okay?
Thank you, KK.
All right, later.
See you.